What role will China play in the current tensions between Israel and Iran?
So far, China didn't really express any desire or any capability, actually, to directly get involved between Israel and Iran. The Chinese government has been involved so far only with regards to the Palestinian factions dealing with Fatah and Hamas. And it does have good ties with Iran and business ties with Israel. But despite that, the Chinese government has been very cautious not to position itself as the mediator here.
In March last year, China brokered a deal between Saudi Arabia and Iran, de escalating tensions in the Middle East. Does the current phase of tensions indicate that there are limitations to China's peacemaking diplomacy?
I would start by saying that almost all the external players here have limitations when it comes to their influence on the ongoing conflict, be it inside Gaza or the broader conflict between Israel and Iran. What we've seen in the last year with regards to China is that the Chinese government has not been really able to, or didn't really express its desire to intervene, for instance, in the Red Sea crisis. In the Red Sea crisis, China didn't want to interfere in the conflict, so it mostly made sure that its ships would not be targeted by the Houthis. But beyond that, and beyond, for instance, the mediation between the Palestinian factions, the Chinese government didn't want, and I think didn't have the ability to play a bigger role. It is worth looking if in coming weeks, coming months, China may be playing a role with regards to Gulf countries and Iran, because we know that with the escalation, the ongoing escalation between Israel and Iran, Gulf countries are very concerned.
Do you expect Israel to escalate further with a response to Iran's ballistic missile attack on Tuesday?
What seems clear from the statement of Benjamin Netanyahu is that the Israeli government wants to retaliate after what it considered to be an unacceptable attack on its territory. We don't know exactly the scale, the nature of the Israeli response. I'd be surprised if there is no response at all. But the big question is if it will be similar to what we saw back in April when the Israelis launched a rather limited retaliation on Iran, destroying one radar, but didn't really want to escalate further. What everyone is fearing in the region, I assume, is if Israel goes much higher in terms of the escalation, and, for instance, starts targeting the Iranian nuclear facilities. But as of today, as we speak, we don't have a clear indication, again, on the type of retaliation that Israel will conduct.